Have you ever caught yourself feeling a little more tired, a bit more achy, or maybe even a little less steady on your feet, and just assumed it's simply part of getting older? Maybe you've noticed those subtle changes in your energy or your memory, and quietly worried, is this just aging? But what if I told you it might not be just about age or how active you are? Sometimes, the small, everyday habits we don't even think about can silently chip away at how youthful and vibrant we feel. These overlooked habits often fly under the radar but can make a surprisingly big difference in our comfort, confidence, and health. In today's video, we're going to uncover 7 common hygiene mistakes many women over 60 make. Mistakes that could be quietly adding years to how you feel, not your calendar age. Stick with me until the end, and I'll share the most important habit you can start today to feel fresher, healthier, and more like yourself again. This is not about harsh rules or drastic changes. Just simple, caring steps that honor the amazing life you've lived so far. Let's explore this together. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Mistake 1. Not properly cleaning and drying sensitive skin areas. It's funny how some of the simplest things in our daily routine can quietly shape how we feel, especially as we get older. Take a moment and think back to your morning routine. Maybe you step into a warm shower, wash up, and quickly dry off before reaching for your favorite robe or getting dressed for the day. It feels like second nature, almost automatic, and hardly worth a second thought. But for many women over 60, these familiar routines hide small details that can have a surprising impact on how comfortable and confident we feel in our skin. Have you ever noticed mild itchiness or irritation in delicate areas, but brushed it off as just part of aging? Or maybe you've caught a faint odor or felt a little less fresh than you'd like, even though you're careful about your hygiene. You might assume it's all just another sign of getting older, something you have to accept. But what if those small discomforts aren't simply because of age? What if they're a gentle nudge from your body, trying to tell you something about how you care for your skin, especially those sensitive areas we often overlook? Here's the truth. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and loses some of the natural oils that kept it supple and resilient in our younger years. The skin around intimate areas is especially delicate, more so than anywhere else on our bodies. It's also a place where moisture, heat, and friction can build up, especially if we're not mindful of how we clean and dry after bathing. It's easy to assume a quick rinse and a casual pat with a towel is enough. But when skin isn't properly cleaned and thoroughly dried, it creates the perfect environment for irritation, itching, and even infections. Bacteria and fungi thrive in damp, warm conditions, and aging skin is simply less able to fend them off. This can leave you feeling uncomfortable, self-conscious, or just not quite yourself. Here's where a little awareness, and a tiny shift in your daily habits, can make a world of difference. The first step is to pay gentle attention to how you wash these sensitive areas. Skip any harsh soaps, bubble baths, or scented products, no matter how tempting they look on the store shelf. Instead, opt for a mild, fragrance-free cleanser, or even just plain lukewarm water. When you wash, use your hand instead of a rough washcloth, and avoid scrubbing. Think of it as caring for the softest silk. Your touch should be kind and delicate. After your bath or shower, take an extra moment to pat the area completely dry. Don't rush. Use a clean, soft towel, and gently press instead of rubbing. This step is so often overlooked, but it's just as important as the washing itself. Any lingering dampness can quickly lead to problems, especially if you get dressed right away in snug underwear or clothing. Try to choose breathable cotton underwear and avoid synthetic fabrics, which can trap moisture and heat. Whenever possible, let your skin air dry for a minute or two before dressing. It's such a small act, but it helps your skin stay healthy and happy all day. Let me tell you about someone who learned this lesson firsthand. Marjorie, a spirited 71-year-old grandmother from Ohio, always prided herself on her hygiene. Yet, over the years, she started noticing she'd feel irritated and uncomfortable by late afternoon. She tried new soaps and powders and even swapped her detergent, but nothing worked. It wasn't until her daughter, who's a nurse, suggested she slow down and be gentler with how she cleaned and dried after showers, that things began to change. Marjorie switched to a fragrance-free cleanser, took her time patting dry, and even invested in a few extra soft towels just for herself. Within a few weeks, her discomfort vanished. She felt fresher, more comfortable, and even regained a bit of confidence that she thought was just gone with age. The beautiful thing is, you don't have to make drastic changes to see real results. Just a little extra mindfulness in your routine can protect your skin, boost your comfort, and let you move through the day with ease and assurance. It's not about looking for perfection or turning your mornings upside down. It's about showing yourself the same gentle care you would offer a loved one. So, the next time you step out of the shower, remember that your skin deserves a few moments of thoughtful attention. Take it as a daily act of kindness toward yourself. Feeling good in your skin isn't just a luxury. It's a foundation for enjoying every day, at any age. Don't let old habits quietly steal your comfort or confidence. Instead, let small, loving changes remind you that every year of your life is worth celebrating. Soft skin, bright spirits, and all. You're never too old to give yourself the care you truly deserve. And sometimes, it's the tiniest adjustments that help us feel young, fresh, and alive, no matter what the calendar says. Mistake 2. Take showers or baths with water that's too hot or soaking too long. It's a comfort almost every woman knows. Stepping into a hot shower or slipping into a steaming bath after a long day. Maybe it's how you ease sore muscles, warm up on a chilly morning, or find a little peace from the noise of daily life. For many women over 60, the shower becomes a private retreat, a place where the world quiets down, and the warmth seems to melt away aches and worries. It feels so natural, so nurturing, that few ever pause to question if something so soothing could have a downside. After all, haven't we earned a little indulgence? But here's a thought that might surprise you. Could these wonderfully hot showers, these lingering soaks, be quietly taking a toll on your skin and comfort as you age? Most people believe that water, especially hot water, is good for loosening up and cleaning away the day. Rarely do we stop to ask whether more is always better, or if hotter is truly helping. Yet, what if the habit you cherish for relief is also one quietly making you feel less youthful and more uncomfortable, day by day? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let's look at what happens when you make a hot shower your daily ritual. As we get older, our skin naturally becomes thinner and less oily. Those precious natural oils, so abundant when we were younger, helped keep our skin soft, flexible, and protected. Hot water, however, is a powerful solvent. The higher the temperature, the more it strips away those fragile oils, leaving skin dry, tight, and vulnerable. If you soak too long, the effect multiplies. Your skin's natural barrier weakens, and the loss of moisture accelerates. What does this mean in real life? After a long, hot shower or bath, you might notice your skin feeling itchy, flaky, or even a little red. You might brush it off as nothing, just a normal part of getting older. But science tells us it's a sign your skin is crying out for help. Dryness can make fine lines more pronounced, increase the risk of minor infections, and rob you of that healthy glow. And if you already deal with sensitive skin or conditions like eczema, hot water can make things much worse. What starts as a comforting ritual may end up leaving you more uncomfortable, self-conscious, or simply out of sorts. So what can you do if you love your hot showers and don't want to give up those soothing moments? The good news is that you don't have to abandon them entirely. Just adjust your routine a little. Try lowering the temperature a notch. Warm is plenty to relax muscles and clean the skin. Experts recommend keeping your showers or baths to 10 minutes or less, which is enough to enjoy the comfort without overdrying your skin. If you find yourself lingering because it's your me time, consider transitioning some of that relaxation to a cozy robe, a cup of tea, or a few minutes of gentle stretching afterward. Another helpful trick: moisturize right after you step out. Pat your skin gently with a soft towel, don't rub, and apply a fragrance-free moisturizer while your skin is still slightly damp. This locks in moisture and helps rebuild that precious barrier hot water can strip away. If you can, choose bath and shower products made for sensitive or mature skin, which tend to be less drying and more nourishing. Let me share the story of Elaine, a 69-year-old retired teacher from Minnesota. For decades, her favorite way to wind down was a piping hot bath at the end of each day, especially during those long, cold winters. But as the years went by, she noticed her skin felt increasingly dry, and her arms and legs sometimes looked patchy and irritated. She blamed it on aging and even tried different creams, but nothing seemed to work. It wasn't until her doctor gently suggested dialing back the heat in her baths and shortening her soak time that things started to change. Elaine switched to warm water, limited her baths to under 10 minutes, and began moisturizing right away. Within weeks, she noticed a dramatic improvement. Her skin felt softer, she wasn't scratching in her sleep, and for the first time in years, she felt comfortable in her skin again. It was such a simple change, but it gave her confidence and freedom she thought she'd lost. So, if you've always reached for the hottest water or spent ages in the tub, remember, you deserve comfort, but you also deserve skin that feels as good as possible. Treat your showers and baths like a gentle ritual, not an endurance test. A little less heat, a little less time, and a little more care afterward can keep your skin supple, glowing, and happy, no matter your age. You don't have to give up the things you love to protect your comfort. Sometimes, just a mindful shift in your routine is enough to turn a simple habit into a powerful act of self-care. Every time you step into the shower, let it be a reminder. You're still learning, growing, and deserving of the very best care, inside and out. Mistake 3. Not changing clothes and towels frequently enough. It's so easy for certain habits to slip into our daily lives, especially the ones that seem small or harmless on the surface. Think about the comfort of your favorite sweater, that cozy bathrobe you always reach for in the morning, or the towel hanging on the bathroom hook that feels just right. As we age, these familiar items can become almost like old friends, trusted, dependable, and part of the quiet rhythm of home. But sometimes, what feels harmless or even comforting can quietly hold us back, affecting our health and sense of well-being in ways we don't always realize. Let's be honest. Who hasn't, at some point, used the same towel for a few days in a row, or slipped back into yesterday's shirt because it's not that dirty? It's a habit that's all too easy to justify, especially if you're living alone or trying to stretch the laundry between loads. For many older adults, laundry can feel like a chore, something to be saved for when there's a full load, or when you finally run out of clean socks. It's understandable. But here's a question to consider. Could these seemingly harmless shortcuts actually be quietly affecting your comfort, or even your health, far more than you realize? Here's what's really happening. Our skin naturally sheds cells, oils, and tiny bits of bacteria every day. When you use a towel to dry off after a shower, that towel collects not only water, but also dead skin, sweat, and germs. The same goes for clothing, especially underwear and sleepwear, which sit close to the body and absorb moisture, body oils, and anything else our skin leaves behind. The longer you go without changing these items, the more opportunity bacteria and even fungi have to grow. You might not see it with your eyes, but over time, those invisible guests can lead to musty smells, skin irritation, and even infections. For older adults, whose skin is already thinner and more vulnerable, these risks are even more pronounced. You may have noticed at times that your skin itches a little more than usual, or perhaps a mild rash appears in places that are usually covered by clothing. Maybe there's an odd odor that lingers, even after you've bathed. It's natural to shrug it off. After all, you showered and your towel looks clean. But often, These subtle signs are your body's gentle way of saying, it's time for a fresh start. Science supports this too. Regularly changing towels, underwear, and even pajamas reduces the risk of skin irritation and infection. It also helps your skin breathe and heal, especially if you already deal with sensitivities. So, what's a practical way to address this without making life harder? Start by creating a simple routine. Aim to change your bath towel at least every 3 days, and if you're dealing with any skin issues or sweating more than usual, make it daily. Underwear and socks should be swapped out every day, no matter how clean they appear. Pajamas and nightgowns can usually go 2 or 3 nights, but after that, it's best to toss them in the hamper. Try keeping a small laundry basket just for towels and undergarments, so you never have to wait for a big load to wash what matters most. If lifting and carrying laundry is hard, consider asking a friend or family member for a little help, or even using a laundry service if it's available in your community. Let me tell you about Norma, a 74-year-old from North Carolina, who always prided herself on a neat house and well-ordered life. After her husband passed away, she found herself doing laundry less often, reasoning that she didn't get that dirty, and there was no one else to notice anyway. But over time, she began experiencing skin irritation, especially under her arms and along her back. Her doctor gently suggested that it might help to change her towels and shirts more frequently, even if they didn't look dirty. Norma gave it a try. She made it a little ritual to toss her towel in the laundry every other day and to keep a fresh set of underwear and pajamas ready. The difference was remarkable. Her skin calmed down, and she felt fresher, more comfortable, and surprisingly, a bit lighter in spirit. She even started looking forward to putting on something clean, treating it as a small act of kindness toward herself. Sometimes, we forget that freshness is about more than just soap and water. It's about the choices we make after we step out of the shower, too. You deserve the comfort of clean, soft towels and fresh clothes against your skin every day. It's not about perfection or being fussy. It's about giving yourself the care you'd offer to anyone you love. So next time you find yourself reaching for yesterday's towel or putting off laundry for just one more day, pause and remember, little changes can make a big difference. Clean towels and fresh clothes don't just keep you healthy, they help you feel your best, inside and out. Every small act of self-care is a reminder that you matter, and that your comfort is worth a little extra effort, no matter your age. Mistake 4. Using hygiene products with harsh chemicals or strong fragrances. If you close your eyes and remember the bathrooms of your childhood, you might picture the simple bars of soap or bottles of powder your mother or grandmother used, products with few ingredients and hardly any scent at all. Now, when you walk down the aisles of the store, it can feel like a dizzying parade of brightly colored bottles, promising everything from 24-hour freshness to deep cleansing and intense hydration. There are body washes in every scent imaginable, soaps with glitter and beads, deodorants that smell like tropical flowers, and wipes with names that sound almost scientific. For many women, especially as we get older, it's tempting to reach for products that promise to cover up every imperfection or erase any hint of aging. After all, who doesn't want to feel clean, refreshed, and maybe just a little younger? But have you ever wondered if those powerful fragrances and scientific-sounding ingredients are helping your skin or quietly making things worse? It's easy to believe that clean means scented, or that a tingling or super fresh feeling means the product is working. But what if the real secret to comfort and youthful skin isn't more chemicals or stronger perfumes, but less? Let's look at what happens when we use these modern hygiene products. As we age, our skin naturally becomes thinner and more sensitive. The protective barrier that kept irritants out and moisture in when we were younger isn't quite as strong as it used to be. Many body washes, soaps, sprays, and deodorants on the market today are packed with harsh detergents, alcohol, and artificial fragrances. These ingredients can strip the skin of its natural oils, causing dryness, irritation, or allergic reactions. For some women, this can mean a burning or itchy feeling after bathing, mysterious rashes that won't go away, or even changes in the natural balance of healthy bacteria that protect our most intimate areas. Over time, instead of feeling clean and confident, you might feel self-conscious about dry patches, flaking, or recurring discomfort. Even products marketed specifically for women or for sensitive skin aren't always as gentle as they appear. The truth is, the strong scents in many products aren't just there for enjoyment. They're there to cover up the chemical smell of detergents and preservatives. Unfortunately, those extra fragrances can be the very thing that causes trouble for mature skin. Dermatologists often recommend avoiding any products with strong scents or long lists of unfamiliar chemicals, especially as you get older. So what can you do instead? The solution is far simpler and kinder than most advertisements would have you believe. Start by reading the labels of your hygiene products. If you see a long list of unpronounceable chemicals or fragrances near the top, set it aside. Choose fragrance-free or hypoallergenic options whenever possible. Gentle, creamy cleansers or simple bars of soap without dyes or added perfumes are much less likely to cause problems. When it comes to moisturizers or deodorants, look for those labeled unscented and for sensitive skin. Avoid anything that makes your skin tingle, burn, or feel overly tight after use. These are signs your skin is being irritated, not helped. Let me tell you about Ruth, a lively 73-year-old from Pennsylvania who always loved trying new things. She collected bottles of bath gel and lotions in every scent, from lavender to coconut to spring rain. For years, she struggled with dryness and red patches on her arms and legs, but she chalked it up to aging and the changing seasons. It wasn't until a friend at her book club mentioned she had the same trouble and solved it by switching to plain, unscented soap that Ruth decided to give it a try. She swapped out her rainbow of bottles for a fragrance-free cleanser and a gentle, unscented lotion. Within weeks, the redness faded, her skin felt soft again, and she realized how much time and money she'd spent chasing freshness that only made things worse. The most important thing to remember is that true freshness and comfort don't come from overpowering scents or fancy labels. They come from giving your skin what it needs: gentle care, simple ingredients, and respect for its natural balance. As you move through this chapter of life, it's okay to step away from the bright packaging and bold promises. Instead, let your beauty routine be an act of self-compassion, a way to nourish your skin and honor all it's done for you. So next time you find yourself shopping for hygiene products, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, does this product care for my skin or just try to cover something up? Choose the one that treats your skin kindly, because you deserve comfort that lasts longer than a bottle of body wash, and confidence that comes from within. A little simplicity can be the best secret of all, keeping you feeling fresh, comfortable, and truly yourself at every age. Mistake 5. Skipping regular health checkups related to personal hygiene. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. There's a quiet confidence that comes with years of taking care of yourself. Bathing, brushing, putting on fresh clothes, and minding your routines. Many women over 65 have spent a lifetime making sure their families stay healthy, often putting others' needs ahead of their own. It's easy to feel that by keeping up with your daily hygiene and listening to your body, you'd know if something was wrong. After all, you've made it this far. Surely you'd notice if something needed attention, right? But here's something that might surprise you. Many health issues linked to personal hygiene don't come with obvious warning signs, especially as we age. The very routines you trust, cleaning, moisturizing, wearing fresh clothes, can sometimes mask subtle changes that only a trained eye can spot. When was the last time you visited your doctor, gynecologist, or dermatologist? Not because something hurt, but just to check in. It's common to believe that unless you see or feel a problem, there's no need to schedule a checkup. But what if waiting for a clear sign means missing the chance to catch something early, while it's still small and easy to manage? Let's look at why this matters. Our bodies change in so many ways as we age, and skin, in particular, becomes thinner and less able to recover from small injuries or infections. Tiny irritations, perhaps from a new soap, a bit of dry skin, or a slight rash, can become bigger issues if left unnoticed. Infections in intimate areas can begin quietly, with only mild discomfort or a small change in odor. Many serious problems, such as certain skin cancers or infections, can start with nothing more than a freckle, a faint patch of dryness, or a spot that doesn't heal. For women, especially after menopause, it's also important to check for changes in vaginal health, which can affect not only comfort but overall well-being. Regular checkups are like tuning up a beloved car or tending to a favorite garden. You do it not because something is wrong, but because you want everything to keep running smoothly. Seeing a healthcare provider for skin checks, gynecological exams, or even just a basic wellness visit gives you the chance to spot changes early and get simple, effective treatment before issues grow. Doctors can see places you can't, recognize subtle signs you might miss, and answer questions you might feel awkward asking. These visits also create an opportunity to review your hygiene habits and make sure you're using products and routines that support your health as your body changes. What's the easiest way to bring this habit into your life without stress or worry? Start by marking your calendar for an annual checkup with your primary care doctor, dermatologist, and, if you still have one, your gynecologist. Don't wait until something feels urgent. Make it a yearly ritual, like spring cleaning or planting summer flowers. Bring a small list of any changes you've noticed, even if they seem minor. A spot that doesn't heal, a new patch of dryness, or a feeling that something just isn't quite right. Don't be shy about asking questions. Your health team is there to help, not judge. Let me tell you about Beverly, a 70-year-old from Illinois who always prided herself on being low maintenance. She bathed daily, wore fresh clothes, and figured her healthy lifestyle would protect her. For years, she skipped her annual checkups, thinking they were only for people with big problems. But one summer, she noticed a tiny rough spot on her leg that wouldn't go away. She finally made an appointment with her dermatologist, who quickly recognized it as a very early skin cancer. Because Beverly caught it so early, the treatment was simple and left no scar. The experience changed her outlook. Now, she never misses her annual skin and wellness visits. She even encourages her friends to do the same, knowing it's one more way to show yourself real care. Sometimes, the greatest act of self-care is allowing someone else, someone with experience and knowledge, to look out for you. Regular checkups don't mean you're fragile or dependent. They're a way of honoring all the years your body has served you and making sure you enjoy every season of life as fully as possible. So, next time you think about putting off that appointment, remember, prevention is a gift you give your future self. You are worth the time, the attention, and the gentle assurance that comes from knowing you're truly cared for. Small habits, like scheduling regular checkups, can keep you healthy, confident, and free to enjoy all the little things that make life sweet. And if you need a little push, just think of it as another way of saying, I love myself enough to check in. Mistake 6. Wearing tight, non-breathable underwear or clothes. It's funny how certain habits linger from our younger years, even as our bodies and lifestyles evolve. Many women remember a time when choosing clothes meant finding the perfect fit. The jeans that hugged your curves just right, the shapewear that made your dress feel flawless, or the sleek panties and bras that promised both style and support. Old habits die hard, and as the years go by, it's tempting to reach for those familiar favorites or follow fashion's call to keep everything neat and pulled together. But for women over 65, some of those wardrobe choices can quietly work against your comfort and health, even if they seem harmless on the surface. Maybe you've noticed it yourself, a bit of chafing at the waistband, redness where your bra sits, or a growing sense of discomfort as the day wears on. Perhaps there's a feeling of stuffiness or heat, especially on warm days, that leaves you longing to slip into pajamas the moment you get home. You might chalk it up to just getting older, thinking your skin is simply more sensitive now, or that aches and discomfort are par for the course. But what if these small annoyances aren't simply about age? What if your underwear and clothes are quietly making things harder for your skin, and your overall well-being than they need to be? The truth is, as we age, our skin naturally loses elasticity and becomes thinner and more delicate. Tight clothes, synthetic fabrics, and non-breathable underwear can trap moisture and heat against the skin, setting the stage for irritation, rashes, and even infections. When your skin can't breathe, sweat and bacteria can build up, leading to uncomfortable chafing or persistent itchiness, especially in intimate areas. And because older skin is more fragile, it's less able to recover from even minor irritations, meaning what starts as a little redness in the morning can become a sore spot by evening. Science backs this up. Experts recommend that women, especially those in their later years, favor looser, softer clothing made from natural, breathable fabrics like cotton. Not only do these materials help wick away moisture and allow airflow, but they also reduce friction and give your skin the gentle treatment it deserves. When it comes to underwear, the same advice applies. Those tight, synthetic panties or shapewear might look nice for a special occasion, but for daily life, they can do more harm than good. Your comfort, skin health, and even your confidence will benefit from giving your body a little more space. So what's a practical way to bring more comfort into your closet? Start by reassessing your everyday staples. Set aside anything that feels tight, pinches, or leaves marks on your skin. Treat yourself to a few new pairs of soft, cotton underwear and bras without underwire, designed for comfort and breathability. Loose-fitting pants, skirts with elastic waists, and tops made from gentle, airy fabrics can transform the way you feel all day long. You don't have to give up style. Today's options for comfortable, age-friendly clothing are better than ever. Try a few pieces and see how your body responds. The difference may surprise you. Let me share the story of Gloria, a warm-hearted 68-year-old from Colorado. Gloria had always been proud of her appearance, prizing neatness and a tidy look. But as the years passed, she found herself constantly tugging at her waistband and feeling uncomfortably warm by lunchtime. She tried powders and creams, but nothing helped. It was only after a chat with her daughter, who had started buying loose, breathable clothing for herself, that Gloria decided to give it a try. She swapped her synthetic underwear for soft cotton, donated her tight pants, and began choosing clothes that gave her body some grace. Within days, the chafing and itchiness disappeared. Gloria felt freer, happier, and more at home in her skin. The best part? She realized that comfort didn't mean giving up on style, it just meant honoring her body as it was now. Remember, the goal isn't to dress older or frumpy, but to let your clothes support you, not the other way around. Feeling physically comfortable gives you the freedom to move, enjoy your day, and focus on the things that truly matter. Every time you choose an outfit that feels good, you're sending yourself a message: I am worthy of comfort and ease. So the next time you get dressed, ask yourself, does this make me feel good in my skin? If the answer is yes, you're on the right track. If not, it might be time for a gentle update to your wardrobe. After all, every year brings its kind of beauty, and you deserve to enjoy it. Breathable, soft, and free. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now let your clothes take care of you, too. Mistake 7. Not drinking enough water and neglecting skin hydration from within. Water is one of those simple gifts we often take for granted, like the feel of a warm breeze or the first sip of coffee in the morning. For much of our lives, staying hydrated seems automatic. We reach for a glass of water after a walk, enjoy a refreshing lemonade on a hot day, or drink tea with a friend. But as the years go by, and especially after 65, many women quietly slip into the habit of drinking less water. Maybe it's because you just don't feel as thirsty as you used to. Perhaps you want to avoid those extra trips to the bathroom, especially at night. Or maybe you're so focused on looking after others that you forget to care for your own needs. It's such a small thing that it hardly seems worth worrying about, until your body starts sending gentle reminders. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Have you noticed your skin feeling dry, rough, or less elastic lately? Do you find yourself waking up with a dry mouth, or feeling a little more tired than usual? Maybe your energy dips in the afternoon, or you've begun to see fine lines deepening, no matter how much moisturizer you use. It's tempting to blame these changes on aging alone, but here's a question worth asking. What if many of these little annoyances aren't just about getting older, but about your body quietly longing for more hydration, inside and out? The science is clear. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. That means it's easy to get mildly dehydrated without even realizing it. Water is vital for every system in your body. It helps keep your joints lubricated, your mind clear, and your digestion running smoothly. For your skin, hydration is the secret ingredient to maintaining softness, elasticity, and that healthy glow you might miss from younger days. When you don't drink enough, your skin can become dry, flaky, and more prone to irritation. No amount of expensive cream can truly make up for what your body needs from within. Dehydration can also worsen feelings of fatigue and even cloud your mood, making you feel older and less vibrant than you truly are. So, what's the gentle solution? You don't need to force yourself to gulp down gallons of water or make hydration into a chore. Start with simple, mindful steps. Keep a glass or bottle of water within reach throughout the day, a gentle visual reminder to take small sips, even if you're not thirsty. Aim for 6 to 8 cups a day, but remember that soups, herbal teas, and water-rich foods like cucumbers and oranges also count toward your total. If you find yourself forgetting, set little cues, a note on the fridge, a pretty glass by your chair, or even a gentle reminder from a family member. And don't forget to support your skin from the outside, too. After washing your face or showering, gently pat your skin dry and apply a fragrance-free moisturizer while it's still damp. This helps lock in the hydration your skin craves. Consider using a humidifier during dry winter months or when the air conditioning is running. It's a simple way to add moisture to your environment and help your skin stay comfortable. Let me tell you about Carol, a kind-hearted 76-year-old who prides herself on her skincare routine. She used the best creams, always wore sunscreen, and never went to bed without washing her face. Yet, she noticed her skin felt tight and dull, and her energy seemed to wane by late afternoon. Her doctor asked about her water intake, and Carol realized she rarely drank more than a couple of cups a day. With a little encouragement, she started carrying a water bottle everywhere, sipping throughout the day and adding lemon slices for flavor. She even set a tiny alarm on her watch, just as a reminder. Within a month, Carol noticed her skin looked fresher and more radiant. She also felt more awake and, to her delight, her afternoon slump nearly vanished. Hydrating from the inside out made all the difference. It's easy to overlook hydration, especially when life is busy or routines change. But small, steady acts, like pouring yourself a glass of water or taking an extra minute to moisturize, are gifts to your future self. Every sip supports your skin, your energy, and your spirit. Hydration is not just about health, it's about comfort, confidence, and truly enjoying each day. So, as you move through your daily routine, ask yourself, have I given my body and skin the water they need to thrive today? It's a question worth pausing for, and the answer is within your reach. Remember, feeling good in your skin starts with caring for yourself, one gentle habit at a time. You've nourished others all your life. Now let a little water nourish you, too. It's a simple secret that helps keep your spirit and your skin beautifully ageless. As we've walked through these 7 silent hygiene mistakes together, I hope you've seen how small, often overlooked habits can quietly shape how you feel every day. It's easy to think that discomfort, dryness, or those little irritations are just part of getting older. But the truth is, many of these challenges can be eased or even avoided with gentle changes. Simple acts of care that honor your body and your spirit. Remember, caring for yourself isn't about perfection or rigid routines. It's about kindness, listening to what your body needs and giving it the respect it deserves. Whether it's choosing softer underwear, lowering the water temperature in your showers, changing your towels more often, or drinking enough water throughout the day, each step is a loving gesture toward your well-being. You've spent a lifetime caring for others, often putting their needs before your own. Now is your time to feel comfortable, confident, and radiant in your skin. These small habits are powerful tools, helping you reclaim that youthful vitality and inner glow that never truly fades. I encourage you to take one of these ideas and try it today. Notice how it makes you feel, not just physically, but emotionally. Self-care is a journey, not a destination, and every gentle step forward is worth celebrating. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to join our community of strong, vibrant women embracing every age with grace. Remember, you deserve to feel your best, inside and out, always.